One thing is being totally honest with your client. And we have had a few failures, but I think that something that really testifies to the way we work is that basically Hunter Public Relations has maybe 12 clients as far as a company goes, but within those companies we have been passed along from brand to brand to brand to brand so that they represent a huge amount of business. And I think that that is testimony to how we deal with our clients. And it's very important that our reports be based on strict facts and our results based on what we actually have found. And I mean, that I can't emphasize more, that we be very straightforward. And I think the same thing is true with employees. We would share, we used to have, I think they still do, whether it's weekly but staff meetings very frequently, and we would let them know what's going on, and you know, if a change is coming up, we let them know so that they're not blindsided by anything. And we talk about who we're pitching and what's happened within the client. I mean, there's reporting by different members of the staff, but I think knowing you don't have isolated account groups that don't know anything about what the others are doing. And as a result, they're very supportive. And if the account group needs extra help with staffing or whatever, it's there for them always, and very willingly. And it's always been that way. And I just think that's terribly important. Communication, transparency, both with the client and with the staff. So, and as well with the media, being very honest with the people you're dealing with. We're not trying to sell something that isn't true. So, I don't know. That's basically what I feel very strongly. My sister and I, we took over Dudley Anderson Utsi and ran it for, I guess, about 13 years. And that was a major thing, that the men working in the firm when we took it over didn't want to work for women, and they left with their industrial accounts. And so we were left with the food business. So we started to build on that, and using the kind of theme line behind it all, that we know women and therefore we could market to women. But then we began to expand, and we did manage to get some other accounts, and one of them was the city of Little Rock, who wanted to improve their image, and we sent people out to Little Rock to take pictures of the city and to interview people even on the street and so on, to see how they felt about the city. And when we made the presentation, we surrounded them with pictures of Little Rock and taped voices and so on, and we won the account. And I headed up the team that went out to Little Rock and to get full briefing and so on, and I had to speak to all kinds of groups, and you know, the Chamber of Commerce and just a lot of them. And sometimes I wouldn't even be told I had to speak until I got there. But after one of them, a man came up to me and said, "I never thought we would ever hire a firm headed by women, but I'm glad we did." So that was very rewarding. And so we then sold it to Ogilvy and Mather, and because basically my sister, who was 7 years older than I, wanted to retire within a couple of years, and so she wanted to begin her exit from the business, and that was one way to do it. And I stayed there until they bought Adams and Reinhardt, and the head of Adams and Reinhardt took over, and he really didn't understand our firm or what we did or how we did it. And after a short while after he took over, he called my sister and me in and said, well, you call a staff meeting this afternoon and tell them that they have a new head of this part of our PR business. And just like that. So we were basically made vice presidents again. And after a few years, or after a couple of years, I didn't have any respect for who they put in charge. And so I decided to leave. And there were a couple of people that wanted to start an agency too. One was an account executive that I had worked with. Another was Jerry Cooper, who was with Amoco at that time and wanted to move east. And so the three of us started Hunter Mackenzie Cooper. And Jerry found that he was more comfortable in corporate public relations, so he left after about, I think, a year and a half. And eventually, the other partner and I sort of had a disagreement. And since I had controlling interest in the firm, I decided it was better that she left. So then I became the sole owner of the firm. And when I decided to retire, after looking into a lot of offers, because we had many from various companies, and my key staff wanted to stay independent, so I eventually sold it to them, like 5 senior members in the firm. And they have just gone gangbusters with it. They've really done a fabulous job with the firm, and I am very proud of them. And and I'm very proud of the fact that they have kept the name, and they keep me involved to at least some degree always. And I'm part of their history, and they are not ashamed of it. So that's really great. Being able to express yourself well, both verbally, in writing, I think that's very important. Obviously, to have the basic attributes of honesty, follow through is very important. That you don't leave things in the middle, and cooperation, I think, is very important. Having a sense of humor, I think, is a very good qualification, frankly. And creativity, I think, is very important. That if one solution isn't going to help, or one approach, being able to have the breadth to look at other approaches, whether they're yours or whether they're someone else's. And I think being able to bring out the best in the people that you're working with, so that they feel free to be creative and to put forth their ideas that you then can consider. At least those are some of the things that I think are important.